Look at this background I created. It is perfect. I'm absolutely obsessed with how it turned out.
And now I'm about to transfer a photo onto this beautiful background. But for this step, I'm going to use paint I never tried before for photo transfer.
And I know how scary it is to put a transfer on a background you really like.
If this paint doesn't cooperate, I will not only have a failed transfer, but I'm also going to ruin this beautiful one-of-a-kind background that I created. I don't want it to happen. Okay, so let's see what happens.
I received a few products from Gel Elf. In my previous video, I tried their gel printing plate and it worked great. Today, I'll be using their brayer and most importantly, their paints. So first, let's try these paints to create a background for our photo transfer. This way, we will get familiar with the paints. The brayer, by the way, even though it's not a soft rubber brayer, which I'm used to, it still works fine. But one thing I'm noticing is that the paints bead up on the plate at first, and only after I roll them out, they become smooth and workable. It's not a bad thing, but I'm not sure why they work this way. After the first background was ready, I decided to make a couple more. That's how gel printing works. You can't stop after just one. And this one is definitely my favorite one. So that's the one I will be using with the photo transfer.
So I guess these paints are okay for creating the background, although I felt a little limited with the amount of colors that I had available for me. And now the real test begins. Will this paint work for photo transfer? I don't know. However, if this one doesn't work or it just doesn't turn out great, we will try again with a different paint because I really want you to see what it should look like when it performs well.
So I guess I will be transferring onto this one, even though it's my favorite one, and I'm going to be really upset if I ruin it.
So now that I'm ready to continue, I need to select the photo I'm going to transfer.
For this process to work, we need to print our photo with a laser printer on standard printer paper. And it's important that the photo we choose to transfer has a strong image with high contrast. You can print in color, but black and white tends to have more contrast. And lots of white areas will make sure we can see the background behind the image. I think this one will work best with my favorite background. Okay, so let's transfer this photo. So yes, I'm going to use the Gel Elf paint for our photo transfer. Obviously in black, so the photo has a chance to be seen over the colorful background. I'm not sure if you can see on camera how the paint bead up when I first apply it, but then it's just fine with some rolling. Seems like the transfer worked just fine. Now, while the paint is still wet, let's lift the image off the plate and onto my favorite background. And I'm going to let it dry for a while under this heavy book. Uh-oh, it's not what I expected. It doesn't look right.
So as we just saw, the new paint worked for photo transfer, but I'm not in love with it at all. And the hardest part for me is that this was actually my favorite background, and now it's gone. You can't even see or appreciate the beautiful background that is there behind the photo. It's all covered. As I promised, I'm not going to stop here. I created 2 other backgrounds, so we're going to use a different paint, and I really wanted to see what it should look like when it works well. So don't go anywhere.
And this time we're going to use Amsterdam acrylic paint.
See how gorgeous it is? That's what a successful photo transfer should look like. Not like this. It's not that bad, I guess so, but I'm not in love with it. It can look better. It can look like this.
And of course, I made another one in order to use the third background.
If you want them, they can be yours. I hope this video was useful to you in some way. I enjoyed it very much, and I also feel I learned a lot from it. So thank you so much for watching, for commenting, for sharing, and most of all, thank you for your time. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Phew, I did it. Phew. I should start all over. I messed it up. Here we go. I get the brain fog every now and then. For some reason. Must be age. And now the real test. Will these paints... I'm only gonna have a felt transfer, but I'm also going to ruin... But for this step, I'm going to use a brand new... Not photo. I'm not a good performer, I have to say. All right, let's move on. This is so silly. On the paint it says, let your colors whisper, shout, and sing. Don't forget to let your colors sing. I think it's a little over the top. Oh well.